Let's go to the lakeside city where Kisumu's Impala Sanctuary will hold the third edition of the annual Lake Victoria boat race on the 29th of November. Now, with teams from 5 counties surrounding the lakeside set to participate in the feat. The aim of the event this year is to raise part of the 35 million shillings required to boost conservation of the endangered Sita-tunga antelope, that is an endangered species. Organizers of the event include the Kenya Wildlife Service, the Rural Tourism Network, and the county government.
262 to 187. According to the report, the Kenya Tourist Board will be merged with 3 other boards to form the Kenya Investment Corporation. However, tourism players are raising the red flag, arguing that this will wash down the gains made in the sector so far. Agatha Juma from the Kenya Tourism Federation says the tourism sector is already suffering after the docket was merged with Trade and East African Affairs under one ministry that is taking attention away from growing the sector. With tourism numbers and earnings dropping, players in the sector believe it is the best time to have a body fully focused on the tourism sector. Mohamed Hersi, chairman of the Coast Tourism Association, is quoted by a sister publication, The Standard, saying that if KTB was absorbed, the sector would have low budgetary allocations for marketing to enable it compete in the global arena. For nearly 2 decades, tourism has been the queen of the ball in the Kenyan economy. However, in 2012, tourism earnings dropped by 7.4% to 96 billion shillings from the 103 billion shillings registered a year earlier. Tourism numbers also fell, with 1.16 million tourists recorded. Expected to compete favorably with other African nations, especially Egypt, Mauritius and South Africa, the sector needs consistent efforts from both government and private sector to flourish. Michael Karanja, KTN Business.
Right, and we do apologize for the mix-up. What Karanja was reporting on is the apparent displeasure by players in the tourism sector regarding the merging of state agencies. That is part of a plan by the government to merge all the state agencies in a bid to cut on cost. And that is what he was reporting earlier on. But now let's go to Kisumu, where the Impala Sanctuary will hold the 3rd edition of the annual Lake Victoria boat race on the 29th of November this year. Now, the teams from 5 counties surrounding the lake are set to participate in this event. The aim of the event of this year is to raise part of the 35 million shillings required to boost the conservation of the endangered Sita-tunga antelope. Now, organizers of the event include the Kenya Wildlife Service, the Rural Tourism Network, and the county government.
Our long-term objective is to raise 35 million to be able to put up a resource center, a conservation education center. This year we've set a very humble target. We're looking forward to raising 4 million, and we want to protect the sister plot to Impala, which is Impala B.
The program for the day will start from 7 a.m. We will have the preliminary hits. And then after that, from 10 o'clock, we'll have the finals. Then the guest of honor will come in, the speeches, of course. Then we will crown the event by giving the winner, both sides, male and female.